Paris is known for its food, culture, megaprojects, and landmarks, but few people know about the big problem of Paris, such as the lack of green space and the poor air quality. It has the fourth highest level of mortality due to the lack of green space among the European capital. All of this is going to change as the popular French city wants to have the title of the greenest city in Europe with an ambitious plan. This is a very big challenge, and the Grand Paris Express will be one of the important factors that will help Paris to reach this goal. So, let's see what the Paris plan is and what is the Grand Paris Express mega project that is so important. Paris has a plan to become Europe's greenest city by 2030 by reducing car traffic, increasing bike lanes and public transport, planting more trees and gardens, and creating urban forests. A possible benchmark could be the World Health Organization guidelines on access to green space, which recommended at least 0.5 hectares of a green space within a 300 meters linear distance of every home. Currently, more than 60% of urban residents in Europe lack this level of access. According to the study by the World Cities Culture Forum, Paris ranks low among European cities in terms of public green space, with only 9.5% of its land area dedicated to parks, gardens, and other greenery. This is far lower than the European capitals such as Vienna, Madrid, Rome, and London. Another study by the Barcelona's Institute for Global Health also found that Paris has the fourth highest level of mortality connected to lack of green space of any European capital. If Paris can't achieve this goal and does not have enough green space, as for the next city that will follow Paris's greenest city, there are many candidates in Europe that are already pursuing green initiatives and policies. Some of the cities that rank high in terms of green spaces, public transport, and environmental quality. If you have enjoyed this video so far, hit the like button because it helps a lot to show our videos to more people. Making Paris greener is not an easy task, as the city faces several challenges, such as the lack of public green space and the difficulty of the retrofitting older buildings with a sustainable futures. The resistance of some car users and taxi drivers to reduction of the traffic lanes and the ban of diesel and petrol cars. If Paris achieves this goal, it will certainly be a more attractive and livable city for its residents and visitors. Paris is divided into 20 arrondissements, which are numbered from 1 to 20 in clockwise spiral from the center of city. The 12th arrondissement is the greenest district in Paris, as it has the largest area of green spaces, including the Bois de Vincennes, the Parc de Bercy, and the Promenade Plante. Other districts that are also contributing to Paris's green transformation are the 7th and 8th arrondissement, where the Eiffel Tower and Champs-Élysées are located. These iconic landmarks are undergoing renovations to reduce their environmental impact and enhance their attractiveness. For example, the Eiffel Tower has installed wind turbines, solar panels, and rainwater collectors to partially power its operations. The Champs-Élysées is pedestrians once a month and will be turned into a park for 2024 Olympic Games. Paris is pursuing many ways and works to become the greenest city in Europe by 2030. Some of the main initiatives are reducing car traffic and promoting cycling and walking. Paris has created hundreds of kilometers of bike lanes, pedestrianized major roads and plazas, and banned diesel and petrol vehicles by 2024 and 2030 respectively, increasing green spaces and urban forests. Paris plans to plant more than 170,000 trees, create 4 new urban forests near iconic landmarks, and cover 50% of the city with planted areas by 2030. And they will also build some green spaces and parks near the Eiffel Tower and other important places in the city to help achieve its goal, because it will be good for attracting tourism and for the people of the Paris. Also, in this way, they will expand the public transport and renewable energy. Paris is working on the Grand Paris Express, a new metro network that will connect the suburb and reduce emissions. And now we come to one of the most important projects in Paris, which is one of the most important ways to reach the greenest city in Europe and will also transport millions of people in Paris every day. Before that, please subscribe to our channel and open the bell on the side. Let's go to the $45 billion mega project. The Grand Paris Express is a group of new rapid transit lines being built in the Ile-de-France region of France. The project comprises 4 new lines for Paris Metro plus extension of exciting line 11 and 14, a total of 200 kilometers of a new track and 68 new stations are to be added, serving approximately 2 million passengers a day. That will involve digging tunnels, laying tracks, building stations, and installing systems for a new automatic metro network. It will require the use of advanced engineering techniques such as the tunnel boring machine, prefabricated segments, and modular construction. The Grand Paris Express lines are designed to connect the suburb of Paris without passing through the city center, creating a more polycentric and sustainable urban network. The lines are circular or orbital, while the extensions are radial. The lines are numbered 15, 16, 17 and 18, following the convention of exciting metro. The estimated cost of the Grand Paris Express is around 38 billion euros, but it could increase due to risk and contingencies. The story of this project goes back to the 19th century. The idea of creating a new metro network to connect the suburb of Paris, when Napoleon III envisioned a circular railway around the city. In the 20th century, several plans were proposed to improve the mobility and accessibility of the Ile-de-France region, but none of them were fully implemented due to political, financial and technical challenges. Finally, in 2007, President Nicolas Sarkozy launched the Grand Paris Project, its aim to transform Paris into a global metropolis and model of sustainable development. The Grand Paris Express is expected to open in stages, starting with the Line 11 extension in spring 2024 and through 2030. As you can see, the map shows the exciting metro line in dark colors and the Grand Paris Express line in the light colors. The stations are marked with circles and the ones with the white dots are interchange stations. The map also shows the expected opening dates of each stations of the Grand Paris lines. However, Paris is also part of the Ile-de-France region, which is divided into 8 departments. If you want to know the Grand Paris Express's following lines and completion dates, Line 15 is a circular line that runs through the suburb of Paris, connecting with the lines 1 to 14 of Paris Metro. The southern section of the line is planned to open in 2025, and the completed line is planned to open in early 2030s. Line 16, a line that will link the Noisy-Champs station to Saint-Denis Place station, crossing the eastern suburb of Paris. The line is expected to open in 2024, in time for the 2024 Olympic and Paralympic Games. Line 17, a line that will run from the Saint-Denis Place station to Le Mesnil-Aumale, serving the northern suburb of Paris and Charles de Gaulle Airport. The line is expected to open in 2024 for the first section and in 2030 for the second section. Line 18, a line that will run from Orly Airport to Versailles, serving the southern and western suburb of Paris and the Paris-Saclay campus. The line is expected to open in 2026 for the first section and in 2030 for the second section. The Grand Paris Express will also extend the exciting lines 11 and 14 of the Paris Metro. Line 11 will be extended from Marie de l'Île to Rosny-Beauce-Perrier, and Line 14 will extend from Saint-Lazare to Marie de Saint-Ouen in north, and from Olympiades to Orly Airport in the south. Both extensions are expected to be completed by 2024. What do you think? Can Paris really be the greenest city in Europe by 2030 or not? Write your thoughts in the comments and continue with one of the most important mega projects in the world, which is very interesting.